My name is Travis. I was in the Army for 11 years. We got stationed up in Mosul, which is northern Iraq. I'm in a Stryker brigade. A Stryker is one of the new Army trucks that they have. And we had two Strykers on an intersection. My Stryker got hit with an RPG. I think mentally I kind of blocked it out. It took about maybe a good 10 seconds before I realized I knew that I was seriously injured. Come to find out, my right leg was pretty much gone on the blast, and my left leg was pretty messed up. So they ended up getting me back to the field hospital. I flatlined about 4 times as they're trying to keep me stable there. I don't remember much then. I remember people yelling at me. I remember people yelling, "Breathe." Transition was kind of long. I started walking when I was down in the VA down in San Diego. I kind of pushed as much as I could, but I was also dealing with all of the emotions and everything, because I was just injured. So it's like I'm injured, dealing with these emotions and dealing with family life, and then also dealing with walking on top of it. It was a lot. I didn't know how I was going to even live anymore at that time. I went from being in the Army, with guys that I've served with for years, to all of a sudden it being gone. So all that support that I used to have was gone. Part of me feels like if I wasn't injured, maybe that could have changed, or something. And so yeah, guilt's a big thing. I went through anger. I went through what ifs. That was the biggest thing, is all the what ifs. What if I was just standing at the time? What if we left a couple minutes later? What if this? What if that? Tons of what ifs. And that was really hard to get past. I would close my eyes and I would kind of reenact and relive what happened. And I would get to the point to where I would close my eyes and I would get to the point, everything's so vivid. I think some people probably block it out, but for me, I can close my eyes and remember the smells, remember everything. Me and my ex-wife were having extreme problems, and we were going to get a divorce. I was living in the basement at the time. One day, it was on, I think, a Friday. We were outside yelling. My anger level was just through the roof at that time. And we had 2 cars. They're both mine, but she drove one, and I dented it like in 2 places. And she ended up going over to the neighbor's house. I went back inside. About maybe half an hour later, the police come. So I get taken to jail for domestic violence. And a part of the plea bargain was to go to this diversions program. It forced me to deal with my anger issues that I had. And then that at the time I didn't realize, I thought, it wasn't a problem. But going through the counseling, I figured, yeah, it is. And it's something that I definitely need to change and realize. Just getting the tools to deal with the anger issues, and that was really important. And I feel like that's probably the best thing that's happened to me since I've been injured. Unfortunately, if that never have happened, if the incident never have happened, I probably would have never gotten counseling. I probably would have just been like, I can deal with it. But because it happened and it forced me to do it, it's definitely changed me. Because I got my life back on track, and because I got everything going in the right direction. I've found a girl that's amazing, and that's something through counseling that we really dealt with a lot too, is finding the right person in your life. Talking and getting help, you have to, you have to get your story out. You have to talk about it. Even if you don't want to, you have to. It's the only way to go through that healing process.